Good morning slash afternoon, my dearest viewer. Zaidi Boy here. Samuel Estremis at Twitter. ZaidiBoy.blogspot.ca. And, not to mention, the late and great. It's going to be late soon the way Google's going. Guys, if anyone's into search engine optimization, it's true. Google is really screwed. My own pet theory on the thing is that it's not a theory, it's actually based on factual evidence. Steve Jobs actually had a lot to do with what was going on at Google. These guys, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, would be called into a room with other people, and Steve Jobs would basically just run amok. Steve Jobs was... Basically, you got to read this book, but I got 2 copies of it. I got it around here somewhere. I got a picture of Steve Jobs pinned to my windowsill. He was insane, guys. He was insane. He was insane. Please don't call me insane when there are people like Jaz Coleman from Killing Joke and Steve Jobs. Guys, I know I'm digressing. I haven't even started on talking about what I want to, and I'm digressing. Guys, Steve Jobs. Okay, so he'd have a bunch of people in a room. It might be Bill Gates, it might be like feds, it might be competitors, customers, whomever or whatever. He has this thing called, it's not what he called it. People called it the Steve Jobs Reality Distortion Field. Reality Distortion Field, RDF. You gotta come up with acronyms, right? Otherwise, you're not gonna get anywhere in life. Acronyms. Acronyms are the stuff, eh? Acronyms are the stuff, the very stuff of life. Now, you might be wondering what I'm doing with the sword. I want to get to that in a second. And I also want to talk about empiricism vis-a-vis the atheistic imperative. It's actually very simple. Guys, we have 5 senses. Well, you say we have 5 senses, right? Science. I'm just going to try and keep it dumbed down for my scientist friends. My pseudo-scientist friends. Real scientists are actually spiritual, as far as I'm concerned. But it's just like real atheists are spiritual. Real men and women are spiritual. And if you're not spiritual, you're not real. If you're not spiritual, then you consider yourself to be a material phenomenon. And, like, you may have something going on right now which is conducive to the appearance of life, whatever you want to call it. Like, see, this is the thing. Spirituality is life. Materialism is death. Now, if you say we're just a machine powered by electricity and chemicals, you'll be right. But you'd also be wrong. I'm getting nowhere with this. Okay, so you got 5 senses. The reason I'm making this video is because I was up at the Rouge Valley the other day. And by the way, the sword is like, oh my god, it's the ultimate. You pick it up, you practice your moves, you do different stuff, you thrust, you parry, right? You go crazy with this thing and oh my god, you get your stretch on, guys. I do this stuff first thing in the morning. Like when I get up, my body, because I've become a fitness fanatic, right? So my body, my body demands a stretch, guys. It demands a good stretch. Oh, and so the sword gives you that stretch, guys. So basically, oh god, now I gotta show you. Now I gotta show you Schmuck's sword moves. I gotta show you Schmuck's sword moves now. I don't mind it though. And when I say got to, it's just like it occurred to me. And by the way, when I say schmucks, I'm the biggest schmuck. Okay, so you have your sword. Like, I'm not going to pretend I've been taught this or anything like that. I'm just like an Akira Kurosawa 7 Samurai fan like the rest of y'all. Or Kill Bill or all this kind of stuff. But you see, the thing is this. There is an art and a technique to it. And it is as per... I don't know how to put it, but like a natural unfolding process vis-a-vis